Before the movie was released, there were two things that made it a hot topic. One was that it was invited to Cannes, which is great, but it's a different kind of fun. The second was that the family of director Kim Ki-young tried to get an injunction against it. They said it was an insult to the deceased. We eventually resolved this with the production company and were able to release the movie. Director Kim Ji-woon came to us with King of Foul Play, and we were still a little nervous about having Song Kang-ho in the lead role. Since then, Kim Ji-woon has made several successful films and continued to be recognized for his work. As time passes and you get older, it's inevitable that your work will be different from the past. Kim Ji-woon has made action films in Hollywood and dramas with Apple. He was successful at the box office in Korea with Confidential, but failed with Inrung. He said that there were some aspects that failed because it was a Japanese animation. If Kim Ji-woon were to make a movie, he'd have a lot of actors he'd want to work with, and this time he's got a lot of actors in Spider-House, including Song Kang-ho, Im Soo-jung, Oh Young-se, Jeon Yo-bin, and Yoon Soo-jung. This summer, Korean movies are strangely talking about the 70s, with a lot of 70s songs, and since Spider-House is set in the early 70s, it was nice to hear a lot of songs from that era and hear them in a new sound. The movie shows Kim Song Kang-ho's desire and determination to make a masterpiece in just 2 days. He's been making movies but hasn't been recognized by critics until now. He's resentful of the criticism that the movie he's making is cheesy, with the sarcasm that he can't make it because he was an assistant director to the now legendary director Shin. After hearing that, Kim decides to reshoot the second half of the movie, and for the sake of the second half, he also reshoots the first half, and when you watch the movie, it almost looks like it's all new. He calls in all the people involved in the production, not just the main cast and extras, but all the people involved in the production. Of course, the production company doesn't agree, and given the time period, they don't want to film anything that's socially problematic. The screenplay is pre-censored, and the problematic parts are deleted or not filmed. With the help of Maito Jeon Yo-bin from the production company, Kim was able to shoot the movie. Since she is the daughter of the founder of the production company, she actually has the power to do so. Moreover, she has a lot of respect for Kim, so she is willing to help him make a masterpiece. And that's when things get crazy. Hollywood often talks about the 20s and 30s as its heyday. Korea used to have a system called Chungnyeoro, and unfortunately, Korea doesn't have any movies about Chungnyeoro and the period before that, so with Spider-House, I was able to see how Korea used to make movies and how the system worked. Because of that, I was able to hear the unique dialogue tones that you would hear at that time. The actors use different dialogue tones when they are filming a movie than they do in their daily lives. The director's rewritten script was very ahead of its time. No one understands it, including the actors who received the script, but the director himself thinks that if he shoots it like this, it will be a masterpiece. I think it's the part where the women make their own decisions, which is a bit out of step with the time. They were suddenly gathered together, but they were lied to and told that it was 1 day instead of 2. She locks the door so no one can get out, cuts off the phone, drugged the inspector who came to inspect them, and tied them up in a place no one knows. She does all of this because she trusts the director, Maito. He's played by Jeon Yo-bin, and he's a bit of a brat, slapping the actresses around and taking an active role in the production. The male leads, Kang-ho Seo Young-se and Lee Min-ya Im Soo-jung, are the couple in the play. Co-star Han Yu-rim Yoon Soo-young is not only dating Kang-ho's but is also pregnant with him. While Im Soo-young is the frontrunner for the title role, the real heroine is more like Yoon Soo-young, as most of the drama in the movie comes from Han Yu-rim. Lim Soo-young gives the movie a deliciously 70s tone, but other than that, she doesn't really do anything else. That's where Song Kang-ho, Jeon Yo-bin, and Yoon Soo-young come in. They have to shoot the whole movie in 2 days, and they have to get rid of anyone who interferes from the outside. and the commotion between Oh Young-se and Lim Soo-young affects the movie production. Jaeon is so emotionally invested in the movie that she doesn't see anything else as important. Director Kim goes around in circles, trying to get the movie done no matter what. The Spider's Nest reminds me a lot of Woody Allen's movies, in that it's a little bit more prop-like and shows tiki-taka with a lot of dialogue rather than a huge scale. In the movie, too, all the locations are on set. The one cut at the end is the highlight of the movie. It's like, oh, this is how they do it, and then they even show the ending in black and white. The movie ends with a standing ovation, like he's made a masterpiece, and it's fun to have that scene at the end. Instead, I thought it could have been a little more lighthearted, a little more laugh-out-loud funny. I think some people might find some fun in it, but I think it could have been a little more lighthearted, a little more laugh-out-loud funny. The whole thing is a little bit serious, but it's not like that at all. You can see that he's trying to make a masterpiece, but it's like a black comedy. I think he's trying to make a masterpiece, and he's taking it too seriously. I think he's trying to make a masterpiece, and that's what Kim Ji-woon is.